Yes, hello. Good morning, everyone, to the SAP Community Call, which I'm hosting today. And I'm Svea Becker. I'm from the SAP Community team. And with me is Julien Leonard. He is a Senior Intelligent RPA Specialist at SAP. After having graduated from a computer science and engineering school in 2005, he worked in web technologies and has been in several roles, including software developer, project manager. He was a scrum master and a product owner. And in 2017, Julien has been involved in various activities, including bot development, coaching, and support. And now he is a member of the customer adoption team at SAP Intelligent RPA. And his main focus at the moment is enablement. And welcome, Julien. I'm really happy that you're here with me. And you want to talk about how to use credentials and variables with Cloud Factory and SAP Intelligent RPA.
Thank you, Svea.
You're welcome. So I will stop my video now and hand over to you.
Okay. So, welcome to the first community webinar on Intelligent RPA. So, Svea told you, today we will talk about how to use credential and variable with Cloud Factory in SAP Intelligent RPA. We already made a webinar about this, but we made some improvements, and now it's really easier to use. So here is the agenda. So first of all, I will make the webinar presentation. And the second time, I will make the hands-on, and we will take some time to answer to your questions. Okay, so Intelligent RPA, SAP Intelligent RPA, in the factory, you can create and store variables in environments. With this, you are be able to configure your script. You can store different type of variable, and we will see how to use them. We will use the version that will be released at the end of April, because there is some little things that we've made on the activities. Okay, so there is two things. First of all, environment, the variables are now available in environments. On the first webinar that I made on credential and variables, we want to be able to we wasn't able to retrieve variable through the studio. So now it's possible. So to remind you, there is two types of variables. There is credential and text. Credential, it's to store a username, password, and text, it's to store a simple value like an URL or a constant or what you want. Okay, so instead of make a big presentation with some capture, I will do the demo. So first of all, I will go to the factory to store my credentials. Oh, sorry. Yes. So to do this, we have to go in environments. It hasn't changed from the last one. So I will create my first variable, which will be a credential user, a variable. Okay. And I will create my variable text. Okay. So now in my environment, I have my two variables. Okay. So now let's go to the studio. I have created an empty project, and I will create a workflow to retrieve two workflows to retrieve the different type of variables. So the first one will be to retrieve credentials. Okay. So the first thing that you have to do is to declare your variable. To do this, you have to drag and drop your this activity, declare credential, out of the scenario. Okay, so here, this is the name of the credential. This is the name by default, so it's okay. This is the name that I've set in the factory. And you see here, it's very important. It's if you use the factory storage or the Windows Credential Manager to store the credential. So here, I will check this box to use the factory to store my credential. Okay. So now I just have to drag and drop the activity get that is in credential. Here, I have to set the name of my credential. Here, I will put my credential, my username in a variable. So I use local data. Because credential and the credentials are sensible, so it's a private data, and if you use local data, it won't be displayed in the output of your workflow. This is an internal context. Okay. Okay. And I will add just a little pop-up to display the username and the password. Okay. Okay. Okay, and I put my password. So here it's only a concatenation of my username and my password. Okay, so now if I build, okay, if I go to my workflow, I can see here that we retrieve the credential here, the username and the password, and we open the pop-up with the string. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a little issue here. Yeah. Yeah. It will be better like this. Okay, now I will create the same for the variable. And we have to do the same. So you have to go here into settings. So the first thing is to declare my variable, my setting. Okay. This is the name that I've set in the factory. It's the same. I have to check the server. Okay. Now, here I have to add the get activity. and put it in a variable in the local data context. Okay, so now I just have to add my pop-up. Okay. So this is the text and the name of the pop-up, and here okay. So we'll build my workflow to see if there is some trouble. Yeah, missing something. Yeah. Okay. So now it seems okay. So let's try it. So I run in debug. Okay. So now I will launch my scenario to retrieve the credential. I think there's an issue here. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm not. No, it's okay. I'm the good tenant. Okay, I have some trouble with the credential. What's happening? So I have to go into okay. Let's see what's happening with the variable. Oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah, okay. There's also trouble here. I want to see something. Yeah, okay. This is the thing that I wanted to show you. Here, you can select the environment on which you are plugged with the debug. This is the thing that we have had just a few months ago. So here you see there is two environments in my tenant, in my factory, and I've set my variables in this environment. Okay, but here I'm plugged on the adoption environment. So I will change this. Okay, and I will just restart my project. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, so now I retrieve my username, my user and my password. Okay, and here my variable. Okay, so here it's important, and this is the thing that is important for the developers. with this setting section, you can select the environment that you want to use, and with this you can access to your variables and your credentials. I will not show you how to use credentials with the agent because it's the same. We don't have to modify the code. We just have to import the package and deploy the package and create a trigger. Okay. I think this is it for the demo. So now maybe we can take the questions.
Okay, so thanks very much. I think it's always interesting to have a fault, then you can really see the solution for it with the settings.
Yeah.
Huh? So we have one attendee who wants to speak up. I have unmuted you, so you can try to speak. Chaitanya?
Yeah, hi, I'm Chaitanya Priya.
Hey.
Julien, I have a question here. So should the variable name and credential name you have created in Cloud Factor, right, as my credential, okay? Should that name be same as the one which you declare in your desktop studio?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here, I added to modify this because I set this this name in the factory, but you have to use the name that you have declared in the factory in the declare credential and in the get credential. Okay.
Okay, fine. And another query is you have used a declare credential step out of the workflow, right?
Yeah.
So how is your workflow consuming that declare credential activity?
In fact, it's important. Yeah, it's important that the declare credential is not used by the workflow. Here, with this activity, out of the scenario, the credential is declared in all your projects.
Okay.
Okay. And it's very important to do this. I think it's a better way to use credentials and variables.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's it from me. Thank you, Julia.
You're welcome.
Perfect. We have another one. Venkatesh?
Hi, this is Venkatesh. Hi. So hi, Julien. So this approach you explained just now, this only supports the new version 1.0.8, or will it support 1.0.7 as well? The word.
Yeah. All the process and all the environments, it's already working on the 1.0. I think it was on the 1.06 or 1.05. I'm not sure. But on the 1.08, we have modified these activities to be more user friendly.
Okay.
Because we had some trouble here, we had to write some custom code, and now you don't need to write some custom code. Okay.
Okay. So my second question. So for old version, we no need to. Shall we need to keep declare setting out of scenario, or we can keep include in workflow?
For the latest, the other versions, you can see the first webinar that I've made on this, and it's just that the part for the debug part, you have to squeeze it because since thanks to the new system and the environment that you can select, you can retrieve in debug the variable and the credential.
Okay, got it. So my next question, sometimes our cloud factory is very slow. So you know that the each step here in context is asynchronous. So with this new approach, we no need to do the polling, or do we need to still do the polling? Write a counter variable, count it for each variable reading. So the way we do in old fashion.
First of all, we are working on the performance on the factory. So yeah, but if you really want to maybe to add a timeout to manage your timeout for getting the variable and the credential, you will have to write some custom code for now.
Yeah, so still we need to check whether our variables has
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's it, man. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you too. And we have another question in the chat from Chaitanya. When is 1.08 getting released? Can you say something
At the
about that?
end of April.
At the end of April. Great. I will add it here. There was another one from Rashmi, but I think maybe this question has been already answered because the raise hand was removed again. So
Okay.
if you want to speak up, yep. Chaitanya?
Yeah. Hi. Julian, another question is, you have answered for Venkatesh's question, like the approach of including the declared credential as a step will be part of workflow in 1.05 and 1.06. So I'm using 1.07. So should I follow the old approach as how it is in previous versions of?
You have to follow the first webinar, okay? But
Okay.
be careful because you don't need to take in account I think on the let me show you. Yeah, here on the first webinar, I told that here you had to add an else when you are in debug. So with the version 1.05, I think you don't need to do this, okay? Because here, yeah, okay, I haven't launched my project, but with the Sistrea, you can select the environment which you are plugged in, and you will be able to retrieve your values and your credential with this activity. Okay.
Okay. If you have the link for the first webinar for the previous versions, can you please?
There is on YouTube there is a SAP Intelligent RPA channel. And you will find it in the section with technical webinar.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And I would like to emphasize that we are currently having the SAP Intelligent RPA topic as topic of the month in SAP Community, and there will be a lot of more SAP Community calls. So this is the homepage to the community, and when you go in the menu, events, SAP Community calls, you can find more offerings in the next weeks. And we have another question here from Venkash.
Yeah. Hi. I heard recently that from 1.0.8, you guys going to deliver the PDF SDK as well. So
Yeah.
is that included or is going to be delayed?
No. The PDF will be included.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that library, we can extract the text from PDF as well, right?
Yeah, but be careful. It's only for generated PDF, not scanned PDF. So it's only one of type. You see if it's only a PDF that you can select the text. Okay.
Okay, so we have a requirement where we have sales order documents where the item numbers are created by, sometimes it will be dynamic in one sales document, it will be at some position, and if you take another sales document from XYZ customer, it will be in another position, so it will be dynamic. So with our with the solution provided by the new version, will going. So can we read it dynamically, the particular text?
Yeah, you will be able to do this if it's a generated PDF. But I will not explain it here. Maybe I can schedule a webinar about this.
No worries.
I will ask to the dev team to do this. Maybe it will be helpful.
Sure. And back to this topic. Okay, so what's the SAP's best practice? So are you going to recommend to use more workflow, or what I will do? I will always write my own logic in the steps instead of declaring activities, doing that. I will do activities, but I won't set or get the items, but instead I will go and write my own myself.
You want okay.
Yeah.
I know this. I like to write some custom code too, but if you really good with activity, it can you save some time. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the policy of SAP Intelligent RPA, it's we will go to low code. Okay, you will be able to write your own code. Okay, but we will improve the activities to be easier to make some workflows. Okay, but you always be able to write your custom code. Okay.
Okay. And well, my last question. So, we are facing a lot of problems with the KDF tool. See, once workflow got generated, after, subsequent times, if you're making some code changes manually in the workflow steps, if you rebuild again, so, the code comparison tool is not quite matured by this time.
Yeah, we are working on the V2. We will have less issues because we are changing the language. It will be simpler, so yeah, we will have less trouble.
So you guys coming with a new tool, right, for code comparison?
Yeah, exactly. On the, I think it will be released maybe this year. I'm not sure, but we are working on this. We have some proof of concept that are really interesting. So yeah.
Okay, so the bottom line here is still with the new version, we need to check that wait until get all the variables written from the Cloud Factory, right? Even with this out of scenario approach.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you too. Because we have all another questions here in the Q&A section from an anonymous attendee. Hi, is there any standards template from SAP which can be used as a blueprinting phase while doing an RPA project?
I'm not sure to get the question. Oh, this is this one? Yeah.
Yeah, when you can read it.
We use a blueprinting phase. I'm not sure that. Can you precise what is blueprinting phase?
Yeah, okay, and maybe the author of this question can do that. In the meanwhile, we have a question from B. Dillon, and he's also want to speak, so you can speak up. He or she has asked, will you be demo anything related to PDF SDK? But you can speak now.
Yeah, hi. Okay, I'm particularly interested in the PDF SDK, but I think you've already answered.
I know that this functionality is really everybody expects this. I know this. I think I will just today I will discuss to the dev team to do this. But I think on the what's new that will be published at the end of April, you will have some videos. But I will be sure that
and I presume once we release this in April, the documentation will also be updated so that we can also follow the documentation for the PDF SDK. Okay, that's cool. The other question I've got, and this is something that I've been asked many times by my customers, clients, and that is they have websites sometimes that they're going to log in and they've got a captcha. So I need an RPA that can read that captcha and then enter the captcha. Is there any OCR capabilities that you're planning, or how can we deal with such captchas?
What is the plan there? For OCR, we have only a pilot OCR that can make pilot applications that are not you cannot steer with UI automation or another thing. So there is an OCR pilot. Okay, but it's not with this you cannot read some PDF. Okay, it's only to pilot applications.
Okay.
And we have made some improvements. Also, I think it's on the version of April or May. But everything will be explained in the what's new.
Okay, so in April and May, I can expect the OCR capabilities that can do captures.
There is already something about OCR in the documentation. You can find something.
But I didn't think that was doing with the capture. There was something, but you're right. There was something about applications on that one.
Yeah, but
so okay,
yeah,
it's to do the capture, is it? So I can use that OCR to do the capture. Okay, I will check that. Okay.
All right, perfect. Thanks for your question. And there is a question in the chat. If the customer is not ready to store the credentials in the Cloud Factory, we were recommended to do that in the Windows Credentials Manager. Do you have any examples on that? And if the customer has everything in the Windows AD, for example, are we looking for a way to do that integration with our solution?
Okay, so to the Windows Credential Manager, you only have to uncheck this box. So let's here in the activity declare credentials, you only have to uncheck this, and the credential will be retrieved in the Credential Manager. Okay. For the Windows AD, I don't know. I have to check with the dev team. For now, we don't. I don't have any solution for this, but I think it's possible.
Okay, Maria, so I hope the first one is answering your message. Yeah, she said thank you. And the anonymous questioner here, I wrote back to you if you maybe can specify your question a bit more so that we can answer that. And if not, you can always check, of course, our question and answer section in Community, our Answer Hub. So there the experts of SAP are really active in answering all these questions if your question could not answer here. So we have another one. You can speak.
Hi, sorry, it's me again, Dylan. I'm not sure if it's related to this particular demo topic, but it's a general question. I hope you don't mind me asking. And that is, recently we had problems in the Cloud Factory where the agent was very unresponsive. Sometimes it would take 30 minutes to trigger the job. And there were issues back in, and you know about that, right? My question really is, you see, we're going to build so many bots, right? It could be 100, it could be 200. And potentially I could be removing people from doing certain tasks. If ever I hit that problem, right, I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. So in most environments, let's say if my HANA box goes down, I can move to high availability, and there's another HANA box that simply switches over. What are you guys planning around this when it comes to issues like this? What is your long-term plan to overcome this? Because otherwise I'm at the mercy here, literally. And I had clients and customers banging on my head big time.
So the long term, it's to the long term plan. It's to solve these performance issues. I think we have corrected the performance issues really quickly. I think it was the biggest issue. The biggest issues was last week, I think. I think we solved this issue in 2 days, maybe not more. This is the plan. Okay, this is the plan to have a performant tool. Okay, and and a scalable tool. So yeah, we are working on this. We make a lot of tests about this.
Okay. And then because everything is running on your EU10 tenant, right? Environment. So am I right to say that's where your trial is and that's where your production is as well?
Yeah.
And is there any plan to separate that?
To separate? No. I think this is not related to the trial and the production. The issue was not due to the trial. The issue was due to another thing. It was due to some component in the factory, and so there is no relation between the trial and the production tenants.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Dylan. And we have another question in the Q&A. When we start with the first step, discover and scope analysis, the process selection, process breaks, is there any standard SAP template which helps us to select the scenario? Something like for S/4HANA, we have active methodology. Can you answer that one?
when we start with the first step, okay. Okay, I'm not sure to understand this point. Maybe you want some tutorial. Okay, maybe it's which type of approach do you have to create your workflow? Yeah, this is a good question. We don't have really something for S4, I think. Maybe on some webinar, I'm not sure. We made some videos about this, but I don't think it's really published. Maybe we have to. So yeah, maybe we have to work on this to make some template to how to select the scenario and begin and create your scenario. Which are the steps to implement. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Julien. So I would also encourage you to have a look into the SAP Community topic page about SAP Intelligent RPA, because there you can find a huge list of tutorials, information, blog posts, and so on. So this is always a great chance if you have a question and you cannot find the answer to have a look there. And as I said, we are emphasizing on the topic this month in the SAP community. I've posted also the chat in the chat, the link here. So watch out the list for next upcoming calls. And there are no questions so far anymore. So I thank everyone for joining today's SAP community call. One more question. Is it possible to subscribe to SAP community calls? Or I can answer that one. No, it's not possible. You really have to actively have a look into the list, because this list is growing day to day. So we have not scheduled for the whole year yet. So really, I would suggest that you bookmark this page and have a regular look into this. And we have another one who wants to speak up. Venkatish, I think you can speak.
Yeah, thank you. So one more thing, right? We have an issue while capturing, Windows screens, especially, in web pages, when you selecting the file, browse window, choose file upload. So we are able to capture the screen. We can give the criteria, we can set the right criteria, but at runtime, the agent or, is failed to recognize that screen.
Okay.
So
the common issues, I will not solve your issues here, but the common issues, it's that most of people don't know how to use UI automation. UI automation, you use UI automation to pilot this pop-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. UI automation, it's a difficult pilot to use. We need to improve this. Okay. But there is a documentation about it. So the first thing that you have to do is to check. Let me. Okay, I will not be able to show you, but on the application parameter, you have, I think, oh no, it's on page. I'm not sure. On page or on the application parameter, you need to change the refresh mode. If you change it and you set it as polling, it will be better, I think. But be careful, because UI automation, you have to improve your criteria to be you have to optimize this. I think we explained this in the OpenSAP course RPA 2 that we launch last week, I think. Yeah, there is a unit about this, and there is a lot of tips to use UI automation in this course.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, thanks you too from my side. There are a lot of more questions here in the question area. So Manish asking, are we planning to come with short videos of new features?
We will try. We will work on this. Maybe. Yeah. On the new features, I don't know, but I plan to schedule with other presenter a lot of new webinars. Yeah. And you will be informed this on the community, I think.
Yeah, because he was also saying that the webinars are based on old RPA and that a lot of features has been changed over the time. Yeah. So I think because we are working on topic of the month with Intelligent RPA, we really will emphasize and focus on updating all the information about the new features and functions. All right, then thanks very much again. It was a pleasure having you. I think there is a really great focus at the moment of this topic, and I hope to talk to you and to others about SAP Intelligent RPA again and have a look into the community calls page. So thanks very much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.